Round two. I'm still pissed.
Round two.
Round two.
Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, that's kind of like the guy from Home Alone, like, keep the chin. What if we just laughed, like, completely different than our real laughs? What if like, we just change? Can people do that in their life?
It'd be so natural.
Have you ever
Just
known anybody to
change,
actually change their whole laugh?
Oh my God. No.
I've never met a person
We should.
that has...
We have to start changing. I have to start changing the way I do.
Wow, that was abrupt.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
it's a little more difficult when you're
Premature
live.
mouse clickalation.
I got a lot of stuff going.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for the abrupt and as opposed to the fade that should happen.
Nobody knows what's
Every week, the underpaid producer continues to demonstrate why he is underpaid, such as abrupt endings to intro music that are, everyone knows you fade intro music. Everyone knows that.
You're supposed to.
Everyone knows this.
Supposed to.
Have you known, but I can't think of anybody in my life that has ever decided, you know what, I don't like my laugh, and I'm going to change it. No matter how awkward their laugh is. Yeah, so if I was like, Dave, you sound like an evil gnome when you laugh. You'd be like, oh, I should probably work on that.
I should probably change what I do with my life. And
change that.
Be like, and then you start like going,
That was funny, Mike.
You literally like have to remind yourself in mid laugh, like,
A chuckle.
can you imagine? The person's like actually actively
I just got
trying.
the old man laugh. I got like the classic, like, I got
like you've been smoking for 80 years.
But my laugh doesn't stay this. It's not. It sounds roughly the same, but it's like evolving into the worse of an old man laugh.
to the husky.
By the time I'm 70, it's just gonna be like.
It's just gonna sound. It's gonna sound like dust is coming out, and then it just. Then it just stops.
That's it. But I'll never change. I'll never change it for anybody.
Don't you never change.
Don't you go changing.
Don't you never do.
Don't go changing to try to please me.
Man, that sounds so good.
You know what this day needs? Small batch whiskey.
That's exactly what it needs.
Agreed. I'm in. What's that?
My ears. Please send help.
All right, guys. If you are watching on Twitch, welcome. We're not gonna talk to
Be
you.
commenting, but replying to the comments.
We're not really gonna interact with you. So primarily because we're better than everybody.
Yeah, no, I mean that's
So like it's kind of a little bit condescending to expect us to talk to common folk that don't have a podcast. I mean, really.
we consider them common.
Really?
It's so disturbing.
Whoa.
Oh, great.
Where'd I go? Where'd I go?
Like muting you
Send
out.
down.
He's like, I'm just
It's
making sure that you're
underpaid
not around.
producer mutiny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Can't say that.
So bad names. Like what's the worst insult that uses completely clean words?
Ninny Muggins, I think.
Come on, cotton-headed ninny muggins?
Yeah, well, who wants to be called that, right?
Is that really the worst?
We've seen it used in a movie, bro.
It is.
So
It
you
is
know.
used in a movie. Turd. That's like my go-to. You turd.
Yeah, but
Back when
Yo,
I was in
wiener.
first grade, butthead seemed to do the trick.
Butthead.
that's true. But when
I
you say
think-
turd, it's always to me like, because you've been using that. I feel like you actually like developed the word yourself, and so like for me, it's so common that you say that. Like I like if you were to call me turd now, like I would be like, oh, thanks, bro. Like it's just like almost like it can be used interchangeably for anything now.
Yeah, it could be like it's almost like a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
right.
are you doing, you turd?
You're
such a turd.
Like, man, thanks, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
bro.
it.
Man, he called me a turd.
Did you guys hear that?
Did you guys hear that? I'm in. I think he likes me. Turd. I do think that like calling someone a butthole has like this certain like like unexpected left hook to it. Like what a butthole.
I guess. But
Like and people are like, what? Wait, because normally they hear asshole.
yeah, but yeah, but
it's just it hits you from a different angle, just like calling someone a wiener.
see, that made me laugh.
Yeah, Yeah,
because I'm 6.
You noodly wiener. You floppy wiener face. I mean, think about it. I saw clean words.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
But
family friendly.
I think that's the problem.
Is it though?
No, it's not.
This is why I teach
That's
my
why-
kids there's no such thing as a bad word. There's
No.
only bad ways to use them. Because if I say, oh, poop, when I messed up on my homework
Yeah.
back in the 90s,
Oh, you got it. Right
you know,
there.
my dad wouldn't have batted an eye. But if I would have sat at the counter doing my homework and I messed up and I said, well, shit,
Yeah, totally.
my dad
different.
would have like,
What?
what are you
What did
talking
you
about?
say? And then he goes.
My dad was like,
Afterwards, he's like,
why is he
"That's
laughing like that when he's
hilarious."
angry?
I don't know. They always got to talk like he's 90 back in the 90s.
That's hilarious. That reminds me of that off the cuff show from the mid 2000s.
Or you can even extend it to the smoker cough old guy. Like,
Yes. that was intense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Think
so
about that
intense. Wow.
Yeah, I almost put an eye out on that.
I thought you were going to throw up on the table. I held my whiskey glass back to prevent damage. I didn't want any.
No, it's just dust. All dust.
I didn't want any casualties. Gosh, break
Yeah.
the TV remote. Can never
You're
get it
welcome.
back. You're welcome.
Good day to you.
I don't know, man. What's I try to think of like clean ways to insult people. 'Cause
Really? See, I just
because I
can't
think
do
it's
it.
just creative that way.
Yeah, I'm not that creative. I just want to be mad. Like, I want to be mad right now, and I want to let
Some
you know.
people, I get a kick out of. I think I say "f" more than I actually say the word. Like, what the f? And I just say that, and it like
See, I feel
catches
like
people like,
yeah, I
wait,
feel like I
what?
would rather do that, but like I just, oh man, when I get mad, man, I got to do that little squishy
You're like
ball.
the guy from A Christmas Story, the dad when he's fixing the boiler or whatever it is, and then his kid's like, I don't remember how they like.
Remember the guy from remember Ben Stiller's character in Mystery Men? He's
Mystery
like,
Men.
yeah, he's like they're like really like horrible superheroes.
I don't think I've ever
And
seen
like
it.
his thing was his rage, and so like he has to calm his rage. He's like, I'll blow up on you like Pompeii or something like that. And he always has this like little squishy ball. He's like,
I've
like
never
to try to
seen
calm
that.
down. Oh my god, it's great, dude.
So now you've given me 2 movies to watch:
Yes.
MacGruber,
Anybody out there know that?
MacGruber, and Mystery Men.
Dude, it's
Gosh, I haven't-
fantastic. I
haven't
can't
seen
believe
it.
you haven't seen either of those.
I haven't.
The reason and now I'm going to be a little bit inappropriate because in MacGruber, because you were just talking about your laugh,
Yeah.
is there is a scene in there, and again, this is so out of context, it's ridiculous, where he's basically having sex with his ex-wife who's dead. So I don't, but not like that. Like it's her ghost, and she's like they're together,
Like Ghostbusters?
and it cuts to the scene, and he's like making love to her, but he's really like having sex with her. He's like, like that. It just sounds so ridiculous. And then it like pans to him, and
He's
he's
the
just
underpaid
like,
producer on his wedding night. It's a glimpse into his future. Yo, mama sure does care about your education, boy. Speaking of Forrest Gump quotes.
oh my god. So then it like pans to him, and it's like a guy on the graveyard shift, and like MacGruber's like in the graveyard, and like that's when he visited his wife, and his wife, and it's just showing him naked, like having sex with a rock or like something like. It's so ridiculous, and they don't like show like
Right, yeah,
but it's just so ridiculous.
Well,
Like,
MacGruber was a 90s film, wasn't it?
oh my gosh, or maybe early 2000s. It's
Really?
like I think so.
Underpaid producer? Let's get an official answer on when MacGruber came out.
Sparky. Yep, Mystery Men is fantastic. I just feel like it's so underrated.
MacGruber, this one says 2010.
No.
That's what this says.
IMDb?
Yeah, 2010. MacGruber.
No.
Okay.
No effing way. See,
Dude.
I said that?
No effing way. Exactly.
No effing way.
What the
you
F? No
butthole.
way.
MacGruber is
Whoever
a
wrote that is a
2010
butthole.
action comedy film based on Saturday Night Live sketch
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
same
like I
name.
said, I mean, but keep. I know.
Really?
I felt like it was
Most of the time, I'd be surprised, like, how long ago something was, and this time I'm surprised how recent it is.
that's about the first time that's happened to me. I honestly had no idea. I love
I mean,
the
it's
movie.
still
and
8 years ago.
Yes, but still, it feels
it's
like
still 25% of my life ago. That seems like just
it's still
yesterday.
1/15 of my life.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Doesn't even make sense.
What? What?
What'd you say?
Would you say?
But yeah, you got to see it. It's good stuff, man. It's so ridiculous. So just have some whiskey on hand because you're just gonna laugh. I love it.
Well,
man.
I was a big fan of the Naked Gun movies. Like, I love those things.
Yeah,
Or
and
Airplane.
It takes it all to the furthest extent that you can possibly fathom.
Those movies depend on me. As long as the references are constant, then it works.
Yeah, yes.
If there's slow periods in between, then I kind of lose interest in them. But if the stupid references like continue nonstop, if it's like this onslaught,
Well, don't think
that's
that
just
it's-
like Airplane or Naked
I was
Gun,
gonna
man.
say, don't
it's
think
nonstop.
don't think that. Yes, you're right. So don't think it's like that. Don't think that it's just nonstop slapstick. Those old school runs like that. You know what I mean? Because you don't find that anywhere now. Name a movie that you find those awesome old school runs that are just one after another. It just doesn't happen.
Dumb and Dumber. When I watched the kids, that was back to back to back. It's nonstop in that movie.
Well, it's not bad for that, but so I would say MacGruber has that tempo, So I liked it, man. It was good.
Yes. Ugh. All right. Well, what do we got? We got Twitch.
Oh, somebody's mentioned Idiocracy, which I thought was fantastic too.
Idiocracy was.
I thought you weren't going to respond to the comments.
Shut your face!
It's so hard not to look when they're all right there. You guys are just being-
face, maggot! God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Man, we did. We lost people. That's
That
what
was a week in review. That's part of. Okay, we gotta.
Oh my
We gotta do our week in review.
Yes, there's
So
a
let's cue it up.
lot of shiznit happening.
This is
the freaking week in review.
the famous drill sergeant Gunny
Man, gone.
gone.
Gonn. Gone.
Gone.
Man.
So that happened. Pneumonia. Something
Yeah,
like that. Complications
he was,
with
what,
pneumonia. It wasn't expected.
74?
I don't think.
No, not that I know of either. I saw because again, former First Lady
Barbara
Barbara
Bush.
Bush passed away also, and I kind of saw a meme, right?
Yeah,
But it
is
was-
that the one you sent me?
No,
I woke up to it this
watched
morning. I
couple-
rolled over, picked up my phone.
You're
I'm
like,
just like,
yes.
oh boy,
Yes, it's already happened.
oh boy.
Yep. No, it was just that they said no wonder God took Gunny. Barbara Bush needed an escort into heaven or something like that. I was
right.
like, it's kind of cool, But
Yeah.
it's too bad, man. It's been been one of those weeks, I guess.
It's becoming in this world so divided. It's becoming harder and harder to. You see people who have live their life to what's happening over there.
He's gonna die. Poor feller.
Wow, I'm dying. It's all over. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Man.
Carry on. It's my 12th heart attack to date.
That's right.
Bearsk. So you got somebody like Barbara Bush or any of these other, I guess, older Americans, and everybody can be respectful of their life, even though they might have differed politically. They lived their life in a way that was, I don't know, kind and respectful and honorable.
Yeah.
Among everybody, even people that disagreed with them. So like, you don't have to think like that Barbara Bush's politics were, or the family that she comes from or whatever, but she carried herself with class and
Yeah, she did. Absolutely.
You know,
And when it was her
scandal free.
when it was her time to leave the White House, she left the White House. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, there's people that still like, oh, I'm still, like they hold on to. I guess I don't blame former presidents or former first ladies for kind of holding on. I mean, that was a big part of their lives, and
Right.
But it is weird because there's such a change in. The change of colors, right? I mean, it's just like, boom, you're gone. Bye.
Later.
Oh, okay. This is all I've known for the last 4 or 8
Go
years.
go back in and get something. It's locked.
It's already locked. The locksmith's like
Secret
"Sorry."
Service guy's like, this is uncomfortable.
This is awkward for you, not me. So
You're not supposed to be here.
so I can imagine there's
tackles him.
just automatically. There's got to be like this weird like change, this culture shock, I guess. But but I think I always love when the graceful ones just kind of I'm bowed out. I'm not coming. Like, if you want to keep up with my life, great. There's social media now and all that, but I don't want to make a huge deal out of A, B, C, or D. It's just their time to just kind of disappear and be respected for whatever for the office that they held. Whether again you believed in their politics or not, just be respected for that part of it, and you don't have to keep coming back. And I mean that with any president or first lady. It's just time to it's time to relax. It's rest time for you guys. It's just
Easy, pal. Easy.
just go away.
Hit the golf course. We hate
right.
you. Nobody
All
ever
of
liked you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had some notable deaths.
Yeah. Oh, Gunny. Also, did you ever see Firebase Gloria?
No.
That was one of his best movies. Now I know. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Add another one to the list this week so
there
far.
was that was a '90s movie, I believe. Firebase Gloria. It's if you get a chance to see that's a good one, and he is brutal in that one.
I wonder
like, you
how
liked
much
him in Full Metal Jacket. That's where it must have come from because I think it was before it.
When do you think it came out?
Man, it just seemed like an older movie, like it was in the '80s, but.
Yeah, so that came out in '89, and Full Metal Jacket came out '87.
Wow, see?
Full Metal Jacket was 87, huh?
However, when you watch Firebase Gloria, it seems like it came out in the 70s. It has that feel to it.
Yeah.
So it's really good. I liked it a lot.
With him, so many people that he met or came in contact with. Again, somebody didn't really have like this checkered past or this debatable past, just somebody that just lived their life, and was respected by everybody. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. That's cool. So what happened with your week?
Honestly, I thought I had something to talk about.
I felt like I had something too, and I should start writing this stuff down.
Yeah.
Somebody
I should start
gets-
doing voice recordings of myself.
Somebody, thank you very much to anybody that sends snaps and things that like while you're listening to the show back or
Yeah.
you're
Oh, we always love
quoting the show. Somebody sent me some quote about Nutty Buddies because obviously we all know Dave was in jail last week. And Nutty Buddies were the currency of how to get things done in the clink. So
All things.
anything. Nutty Buddies, as it turns out. I thought it was cigarettes. I'm mistaken.
No.
So so we mailed a few boxes of Nutty Buddies to Dave. He got out, and he's here.
Well, I
So
was
that's-
basically I was the kingpin in jail. at
Nutty
that
Buddies
point.
get you anything.
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 It gets lonely. I'm just saying it gets lonely there.
It's lonely. So why is there a hole in the box of this Nutty Buddy? Anyway, the
Your prisoner has a penis?
and so
Yeah.
Dave's back, and then man, I felt like
Well, you went to Vegas.
yes. Oh, I know what I was going to say just now. Somebody sent me another snap.
And R.I.P. me.
Said, yeah, his face bears the scars of Vegas. The guy sent me a snap. He says, I love how you guys follow the 75-25 rule. Which is that you have a topic and it's really good when you get to it, but 25% of the show is the topic, 75% is getting there.
I think he's being really nice about the 25%.
Yeah, so like he's like the 25 is really good when you get there. Like, so he likes the formula. It's like the 80-20 rule in life. Like we
See,
we
that's
kind of
what
like
we just got to push out there. It's 75-25, right?
yeah,
I like that.
75-25. Like we get 75 is approaching
played.
the topic. 25 is dwelling on it.
Well, most of the job is preparation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
We're focused on the important part. By the time we get there, we're ready. Mm-hmm. We're prepared.
if I'm going to build a house, I'm just going to go there and start nailing 2x4s.
Oh, hey,
together.
where's my bedroom?
Oh,
where's the
why-
kitchen? How come
why-
I can't cook right now?
Yeah.
we
How
got to
come I can't-
prepare.
where do I put the stove?
We got to
here?
lay out the plans.
Yeah. No.
And that's what this first 75% of the show is. It's the blueprint.
The first 75 to 89%.
And then the last 25% is execution. How can you have a show if you don't have a plan?
well, 20% execution, 5% cleanup.
5% cleanup. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, there you go. First 5% demo.
Ooh, yeah.
Speaking of demo,
Demo.
we're delaying the week in review, but it's kind of the week in review.
Yeah.
We got a new office space
Nice.
on the other side of this wall, and
You're rich with you're like a land baron, like me.
Yeah, I'm essentially like Trump. I got a small loan of $100 from my dad.
Oh, yeah.
In order to expand my real estate.
It's weird that he charges you 40% interest. That just seems weird.
But
it is what it is. There's no way you're getting a loan
no way
to a bank.
So, Dad, how much interest are you going to charge me? 40%. Wait, Dad. That's my dad for you.
Take it.
Oh,
Yes.
I guess you leave me no choice.
Old Dusty Laugh Dad.
Dusty Laugh. That was his nickname in the loan shark business. Dusty Laugh.
Dusty
Dad, Dusty Laugh. I was going to say his last name. That's kind of a bad idea. Everybody's going to be hitting him up for loans.
For $100 loans. He's like the shark of $100 loans.
The internet, the Twitch loan shark. Hey, can I get a loan? I heard you loan Mike the Cop $100 to expand.
He's like, show your dad like in slow-mo just doing that with bills. Mm-hmm. He's like,
so we're going to expand. Now, we disagree on what to do, I think. You've opened my eyes to this new potential plan of putting a window in there with glass?
No. Just
a hole.
It's basically just a
porthole.
Partition, yeah. Basically. Like,
so I'm going to look into the other room.
So you don't have to,
But I'm going to have no space to put a couch.
You have all the space in the world. All of it.
I won't.
All of it.
I won't have any space.
All the space.
Where's the underpaid producer going to sit?
Here he goes.
The whole idea behind it is that my desk would be on the other side, and then that would leave this whole space open to guests who are going to speak on the show. We
wouldn't see you. We'd only hear you.
You would see me. I would be right there.
There's a big ass window.
I would be looking.
How big? I thought we were talking like a little circle on.
How big?
How am I supposed to see people through the window if I can't see the window?
If there's no window.
If there's no glass in the window, do I just put my head through? Is that even a window anymore? It's just a hole. It's not a window.
Damn it, Jerry. Yeah, so it's a partition.
It's not a window. It's a hole.
Somebody told me I
put
don't.
a hole in the wall.
I don't need a desk.
He don't need a desk.
But the whole idea would be that I sit there. That gives extra room in here, for other people to be in. It's like a separate area.
So how far over does it go? Almost all the way?
Yeah, almost all the way. That way you don't have to actually try to clean that all up. So it'll go to whatever 2x4 stud that's coming up, and then stud on that side. Yep. And then you could just frame it out a 2x4. So we just cut those whatever.
Well, couldn't we just frame the whole almost make the cut all the way to the seam, but we don't, and then just have it.
You probably could, but
like that.
But the stud's probably really close to there anyway. So I mean, if it was, I think it's in like around 16-inch spacing. So if anybody knows on Twitch or whatever, they
16.
Can
I think it was like 16 and a half inch.
Here we go.
But Nate said something about 17 something on center. I think it's 16 and a half on center. I thought.
So
16
you're getting carried away a little bit here.
Just
what are you talking about? Carried away with what?
Nobody's interested.
Just when I thought the spacing was correct.
Did you hear what he just said? That no one's interested.
I think everyone's interested.
I think everyone is interested in our studio.
This makes me feel bad. What if everyone's like, nope, not interested. Nope.
Poor boy Daniel, I feel like this conversation for off the air, not off the cuff, maybe a vlog. Well, apparently, poor boy Daniel, you don't understand our show. And you can also suck our collective wieners.
Our
floppy
dongs.
That's a good.
And our testicles.
Knobs.
We're 12 years old all of a sudden. Yeah.
I'm defending the show like a 12-year-old. Oh, yeah? Well, your mom sucks.
Nice one, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, fist bump.
This is our podcast, and if you've never listened to it or downloaded it, this is just Twitch being a fly on the wall for the podcast. You don't have to like it. In fact, there's a way to just...
Don't follow the podcast.
There's actually a way...
It's not worth your time.
There's a way to not watch this.
I'm being held captive.
I think.
Well, somebody did mention that some are 24-inch on center. That like
really?
Newer stuff. Yeah, and actually
maybe like steel construction commercial.
Well, they said I think he was saying some 2x6. So I mean, obviously new builds are a whole different game, and they're always evolving. But it wouldn't be that hard to believe that there could be 24 inches between. I mean, look at this is just a small interior wall, so it could be freaking anything. Like I thought, like I dug into one of my walls. and I thought it was going to be a 16-inch. Not even close. Like there were like studs in weird places. So you just
People can just do whatever they want.
you
No,
just never
I
know,
checked and it is 16.
Yeah.
I had that stud finder and all that.
Yeah.
No, 2x6 is 24-inch on center sometimes.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
a 2x6.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to worry about
And
2
if you
by
lift
6s
up-
anywhere.
I
Anytime
build my
soon,
houses
so-
with 4x12s.
Oh, good lord.
If you lift up the
Never coming down.
4x12s.
if you lift up the
Good call.
ceiling tile,
I put them
over
6 feet on center.
That doesn't even make sense. That's just a walkway.
That's a pier.
It's not a load bearing wall, by the way.
It's not a load bearing wall. Anyway,
Right.
that was how we,
it's not a load bearing wall.
that's a new development over the last week.
Yeah.
We got an extra space because we're going to do gaming, streaming, and individual live streams, like stuff over there, and the podcast
yeah.
and other videos can be done in here.
Yeah.
And it's going to the operation is expanding,
You're amazing.
Yes.
Just amazing.
which means
We're going to take this whole building over soon and kick the
I still need to
the
talk about
medical
my week.
center
wouldn't it be
out.
cool? Wouldn't it be cool if we had like the
We would live
off
here.
the cuff
We would live here.
industrial park?
we could make like a show
Waco
like The
compound.
Office.
Yeah. No, you get like all floor 1 is your house.
We could.
The basement is all workspace,
Oh my
like
God,
just
that'd be
multiple
that-
gaming rooms, themed.
Now we're just talking about like a basketball player's house.
Yeah. Then the second,
Like a
second
professional
floor
basketball player or
is
baseball player's
like
house.
a casual fine and fine dining. And then and then the third floor will be my house because it's the top. It's the penthouse. I think this is a good plan.
I like where you're going with it.
Don't see how this could take a left turn at all.
Not
Financially.
nope.
Solid.
Oh yeah. Hey, your dad can give us a loan, right?
Yeah. For sure. Imagine the mortgage, the interest on what would the mortgage payment be on a 3-story commercial building with a basement
$3 million.
at 40% interest.
Yeah. Yeah.
The building's only worth $500,000, but we pay $500,000 per month on a 30-year note.
Best money we ever spent for a month.
Some people think we're crazy, but I mean, you can't find places like this anymore.
Best mortgage we never paid.
This 3-story commercial building's first floor was renovated in 2000. Price $288,000.
42
take
people.
it.
42 people are watching, not including the guy that I probably scared off when I told him to suck our.
He hates.
No, he's still here.
Oh, is
Oh,
he still
okay.
here? Oh, okay.
He's like, you guys shut up.
Well, hopefully he's learning the vibe.
yeah.
Learning.
Yeah, he's gonna learn
what's
real
going on.
quick.
You will be assimilated. This is casual conversation.
Casual.
Off the casual.
I never said what happened to me, but it's all right.
Okay.
on.
Well, I went to Vegas. The underpaid producer went with me. We flew Spirit. I was a big,
Oh,
and he's blaming Spirit for the fact that
That he's some.
we had a delay on our plane, which it was their fault. There was a mechanical problem. But they fixed it.
he's blaming Spirit for it. Well, I mean, it was their fault, but
What are you gonna do? Not fix the plane?
but I just
good.
don't want to be wrong about anything. So
Here we
You
go.
don't? Tell me why it was a bad experience, other than the fact that our flight was delayed and it was a red eye.
I would
So it was
also-
11
I would
p.m. was
also
our
like to
fly out.
state the
It
fact-
got delayed till 4 something in the morning. That's what made it miserable. Is we're at the airport.
Yeah.
Just
no,
like,
here's
Yeah.
what made it worse is that the Spirit employees actually said that our flight was landed and ready to take off, but they meant another flight and not ours. And
he was too tired. It was our flight.
no, I
It
heard
just took a
I
while
heard
for
them
the crew to
correctly.
get to it.
Okay, and here's another thing. When I was sleeping,
Dave is looking in both our eyes and knows I'm right.
She shined a light right in my eyes as I was sleeping. That woke me up. Also, she honestly didn't speak a lick of English.
Yes, she did. I listened to the announcement.
I was hearing
every
the
word.
announcements and it was and I was like,
That's because she was mentally
going on?
challenged and you're rude.
Yeah. Nice job.
Thanks.
Hey, why don't you go
Spirit
tackle
tries,
people
Spirit
with
tries to
special needs?
diversify, and here you are mocking her.
Yeah. Why don't you go
yeah,
tackle
you know
her?
what? I don't care.
You know what? I don't care.
I think you were just cranky because your face got burnt off.
Yeah, so I had to sit through a 3.5 hour flight with blisters and sunburn. It was awful.
Well, whose fault is that though?
The sunscreens.
No,
It was the
I use the
sunscreen
same sunscreen.
You look great.
Thank you.
You look
maybe even a
great.
little
But
tan.
you-
100 SPF, double layer. Sprayed, let it sit for a second, spray again.
Listen,
everywhere. I even sprayed it up my nostrils just to be sure.
Meanwhile, he's got wiener marks on his face.
listen. What happened? What happened was I'm out in the sun more than you were. I was.
We were all in the same
Here we
spot.
go.
He was
We were
going
all
in
in
the
the
shade.
same
I
spot.
saw him.
What shade?
He went inside. He went inside the building.
basically he
also
was
I went
like-
inside the building at the
bushes.
very end to clean off my face from the whipped cream pie throwing thing that
Spirit
happened.
probably found the
So-
hamster that got flushed.
so basically
Into the
what-
hold up.
So basically, what he's saying is like there were
What
times
he's saying,
where
listen,
he's like
he had hand marks on
He
his
already
face.
still does.
Right, from wiping.
still has little-
So he didn't spray his whole face.
those aren't hand marks, Mike.
Somebody beat him in the face repeatedly with a hot dog, knocking off the SPF.
That's not a hot dog. Those are bratwursts, if you want to call it that.
Yes. Skin on. Skin intact.
So what we're saying is that there were times where he's like, guys, I'll be right back. I have to go do something. And he just goes and stands out in the sun when you guys weren't there. And then he's like,
No, I was.
Yeah,
I
he
was
had his
filming.
camera set up on a tripod and one of those silver things, and he was just focusing the sun like a magnifying glass
like
on
this.
his face. Yes. And then it just burnt his cheeks. His cheeks look like
But this is how
the
he-
guy in Poltergeist as he started pulling his face off when he saw the maggots in the meat, and then he
yes.
went into the bathroom and his face was coming
that was
off.
brutal.
That's what his face looked like.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just peeling off.
So when he was like, he had the little silver thing, he's like this. This is how he fell asleep.
Yes, he fell asleep like this. That's why his hand marks were still there. And then he's like, I don't know what happened.
He's like,
I used the same sunblock as you guys did.
I don't know what happened.
But no, I walked into the bathroom on the airplane and I looked at my face after I had woken up from like my 40-minute nap. And I looked in the mirror and there were just giant blisters
He was just like,
on my face.
People want to see it. People want to see it.
he goes like this. He's washing his hands in the
show.
mirror, and he looked up in the airplane bathroom like, I'm hideous.
He lost your head.
I walked out and I went up to my dad and I was like, dude, my face, I'm like blistering. And he goes,
Yeah.
okay. That's literally his response.
I guess you'll put sunblock on right next time.
Even better, he's like, yeah, no, I've been watching it for 3 days now. It's looks pretty bad. I was meant to tell
That
you
was
something
the joke,
about
the
it.
dad joke that Paul used. You're like, man, my face hurts. He's like, yeah, it's killing me too.
What on earth?
Tell me I'm
I'm
not
gonna
the
go
best.
spend some of my 40% interest money at the casino. See you guys later. So that was Vegas.
Oh my god, that took a while.
I did a man on the street video for Vegas. That was fun.
Oh my goodness, but the response about the audio. Somebody at this training that I went to today played it on their phone. No audio. It cut out. It was fine for most of it, and then it just cut out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, I don't know what it is.
Is it the Tascam thing that we have on the
I
camera?
think that thing sucks.
Yeah, we need to not use that anymore because clearly it created an audio issue for some people.
Let's
that
use the Zoom H6.
we weren't even aware of. So if you watch the man on the street video and don't have audio, just watch it on a computer because it does seem to work on all
Oh.
computers. It's not working on all phones. It literally apparently
I know.
doesn't work. So I have no idea why.
Yeah, I know.
What? Someone send aloe for the burning going on gear.
here.
Gear.
LMBO.
Yeah.
So what? Anything for you for the week in review?
You know what? I can't top that. So no, just my back hasn't been right. Look,
I saw your X-rays.
see, that was my back.
Oh, that was really the sound of your back.
That was my back.
Wow, that sounds bad.
Yeah, I know it's cool.
It's not good.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk about a little bit about cops and backs and how stupid we are, and you know,
We're going to talk about that next episode.
I was gonna say that's gonna be the next episode.
Next
or
episode.
is it?
Or is it?
It is.
Maybe
Wait,
it'll be this one.
maybe.
We're still building the we're still building the blueprint.
Yeah. 75%, baby.
75%. We got tons of time.
We
Tons
got
of time to just dance around.
Oh yeah, we'll
Dance
be
around the
dancing for-
topic.
Well, what time are we at?
We're at 36 minutes.
Oh, we barely started.
Oh, we barely broke ground, my friend. Bring the excavators out.
So it seems that our topic this week hits in the news anyway,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Wow.
I would frame the topic into police leadership being testicleless,
That's
politically
that is,
correct cowards.
that,
Drives me nuts.
That is elevated. You elevated that. You have brought it.
I brought the thunder right there.
Wow.
That's going to be the my take on the topic. We're going to talk about this whole Starbucks nonsense.
So are we doing the
So we're going
news?
to, in the news, into the topic.
Yeah, for sure. For
Whatever the
sure.
topic
Oh,
is.
for shizzle. For shizzle.
About
bro.
this whole venti-sized problem. Trenta. It's even bigger.
Grande.
No, it's
I don't know the difference.
Venti's bigger.
I don't know the damn difference.
so it's not a grande problem. It started out as a tall problem.
You know, I don't
Then
like
it became grande.
It should be
now
grande.
it's venti. No, it shouldn't be.
that. Why? What does venti mean?
Venti means 20. It's 20 ounces.
The shit about that.
Trenta is
What does
30.
grande mean?
Large.
Grande.
And then
means
there's-
grand.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Then there's tall, which means nothing in Italian.
Talicio.
Alina, give me a tall.
Hey, Talicio.
Give me a talisio.
Bella, bella, bella.
Per favore, talizio.
Per favore. It's a bella, bella,
What is a cappuccino and a talizio? And the size of talizio. What are you doing at Starbucks, huh?
Talicio.
You want a venti or a talizio?
I don't want to venti. Talicio.
Nobody wants a grande. Come on, man. What are you killing me here, man?
Man, a piece of pie now. We don't do that at Starbucks, man. You can just hang out here, bro. Free of charge.
Listen, we're a business that doesn't want your business. We just want you to sit here.
We just want you to... You know what? Let's. Are we going to break into it? Let's break into
We're in the news. We need the cue, though. It's in the news. And it's our topic
In
at the same time. Thanks, Jim.
That's right.
Here we are
That's right, Mike.
in the news.
In the news.
Starbucks. An incident.
Starbucks is not bellissimo.
Somebody goes in and doesn't want to.
Ooh, I like it. I
Somebody
like it
goes
even
in and
more
doesn't
now.
want to. What do you keep doing to me? Keeps freaking me out, man.
Man.
Sorry, it's just funny to me. I hope we're not
Do
peaking
not-
the audio like last
Do
time.
not ruin our...
I turned it up a little bit than normal, but
You hope we're not doing something
here
that
we
was
go.
terrible last time. Remember that
Yeah.
episode? That was a good episode too.
Commit Harry Carey on yourself, please.
You've disgraced the family.
is it peaking for you guys
Nope.
I hope not.
I like
in
it.
the stream?
I
like
think
the
they
way
would have
it's
said if it was
doing
peaking.
it.
They would have. Somebody would have already noticed. They would have said something.
Nobody said at the time we were live streaming on Facebook.
We didn't live stream on Facebook and peak, did we?
It's all good.
Anyway.
All right, thank you.
So this incident of kicking someone out
So
of a
just
private
quick
establishment.
Preface,
Yes, you
yeah.
preface away.
So, just Starbucks. Well, do we just talk about like basically what happened is Starbucks, and a call came in to 911 or the police department or whatever.
It was 911.
I can tell you that the only way to dispatch a police car in my city is to go through 911. It's the only way. You could call the front desk all you want. You could talk all day to them, but they will never be able to dispatch a car ever. So they always transfer you over to 911, who then creates a ticket
Yeah.
and dispatches the unit. And maybe they wait on it. Maybe they send it out right away. Who knows? Not my
Depends on the
concern.
priority.
Yeah. So I guess there was a 911 call. A dispatch was tippity tap typing into the computer that apparently there were two unpaying guests at Starbucks in Philadelphia. And the police were dispatched at that time. And what happened, Mike?
That's impossible. I think the police were just waiting around to create problems.
And that was my initial thought on that. So I felt
assume-
like they
because
were
they're-
waiting.
I'm
by
assuming these
Starbucks.
two cops are like us.
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning of our shift, we're like, man, I really hope we end up in a situation that should be routine and normal that is blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
and gets all the news attention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Makes us look like fools.
And then throws us completely under the bus.
And then we get thrown under the bus for it. I hope that happens today.
Yeah, because I think like that. Like I don't even leave roll call before I'm thinking that. Like because you have to get mentally ready. Like and excited.
You want things to be terrible situations.
Oh yeah.
That you get. That you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In fact, these cops basically just made the situation themselves.
There wasn't. From what I heard, there wasn't even a 911 call. They called it in themselves.
They planted the tapes after the fact.
Well,
to make themselves look good.
I was told that the officers actually called 911 on their own and said, "This is not. Is this the 911s?
Help! My house is being robbed.
Is this the 911s? I'd like to report that there's an issue of two individuals. They're black, and they're at the Starbucks.
We'll say two individuals that are not Caucasian.
Well, they are not of the white.
If that gives you any indication that this is going to be a real big problem.
Just thought I'd let that.
Not that I'm racist or anything. Okay.
Well, always a good one. Isn't it?
Okay. Send cars.
Yeah, send them immediately. Man down. Wait, what? No. So I think we may have embellished that portion.
That part might not have happened.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
We don't know.
Right.
We are just as responsible as most news outlets at this point.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to put a meme out for it right now.
What we say could or couldn't be true.
That's
could or could not be based on actual information. We're just kind of putting our perceptions out there.
Once our perception goes onto a meme, though, it's been turned into a fact.
If
so hold
any
on.
of this becomes a meme, it's true.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Has to be because it's on the internet as a meme.
And I will post it, and I will anxiously await
and
to
then
fight you on it.
We are all obligated to follow the memes.
Yeah. I had a guy one time post information about, again, I have to bring up the whole Sweden economy thing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, stop. And I went, that's crap, basically. And then he has the gall to say, your facts? I mean, he had posted a meme about the. So then I was like, okay, well, considering their government, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was like I was like doing code or something. Like I was like,
I love it when you get into Facebook comments, and it's like you feel like you're in the Matrix and just think, things are like falling down. You're like, and then someone's like,
just glittering down,
and you think, finally, like I have explained everything logically. This is a Loctite.
Oh,
like, yeah, but I saw a meme, so
yeah. So and then I'm like, well
I didn't read that, so
and delete.
I saw a meme. There's no need to read anything else.
It is that bad. So anyway,
but the real story, factually,
go ahead. Yep, waiting.
These two dudes who would later say that they were waiting for someone they were talking to about investment opportunities, whatever that
It was
means.
going to change their life.
It might have been. It might have. Still could. Don't see why.
I don't see why
that meeting can't take place at, like, I don't know, Tim Hortons or,
I don't know. I often go to meetings that will literally
Coffee
change my
Beanery
life.
or whatever it is.
Meet you at McDonald's.
Yeah, Mick
This is
Cafes.
life-changing.
I don't know where this meeting needed to take place. They came inside. They asked to use the bathroom, and the manager, someone's told them, like, it's for customers. Would you like to buy something? Like, you could, and no.
Yeah, no, we're waiting for
Okay, then I'm not letting you use the bathroom.
I don't even know how that went down. It almost doesn't matter.
So then they sit down, and they're not buying anything. They're not customers. And I explained on my YouTube video this week, listen, when you're in a city environment, you do not want to use your business as essentially a public restroom for everybody just walking by.
No.
Because they're going to come use your sink as a shower. They're going to have an accident in their pants. And they want your bathroom to be the repair station.
Yeah.
For the mishaps that occurred.
I was going to say that's
the regret that they're carrying in their pants. They want to wipe clean that regret in your bathroom. And as a manager,
resolved of all sin.
They want to absolve their deepest, darkest restroom secrets. They want to confess them in your bathroom and be absolved. That's not good business.
Which causes problems for the employees that have to clean.
They have to clean it. They have to deal with it. Paying customers that are there, they bought sandwiches and drinks and whatever, and they're having their meeting because Starbucks is a common meeting place. But Starbucks is not a community center.
No, it's
Starbucks is not Starbucks meeting place.
Right.
Starbucks coffee is what it is, okay? So people buy their stuff and they have access to the restroom as a courtesy to those who are paying customers.
You're not entitled to the
Starbucks is
bathroom.
a business, not a federally subsidized community center.
And we've all stopped in a place to use the bathroom, going up north or whatever. Fine. But I also know that if I go into a place and they go, well, dude, you didn't order anything, that I'd have to be like, okay, fine. I will take a small fry. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
went in someplace the other day in Tampa, Las Vegas, to use a restroom, no public restroom. And I still felt like, great. Should I buy something? Like, I asked for so I walked to a Walgreens and they had a restroom that was, not public use, but I still got gum because I'm like, man, I came in here.
You mean you respect the establishment's rules?
As it turns out,
What are you doing?
I'm not as mean as everybody thinks I am.
Man, that's a lie.
And I called the guy a turd and fist bumped him.
That's fake news.
You know what's the worst?
Thanks for the bathroom turd.
You know what's the worst for me?
Yes.
The guy's like, he took a turd.
You know what's the worst for me?
I know I don't.
When I go to 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee, right?
At my 7-Eleven,
At either there's
the trusted bathroom, that has a trusted restroom. They keep it clean.
Okay, but this doesn't have to do with going to the bathroom.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
that's what we're
But
talking about.
just listen.
I'm not sure I want to.
Okay.
I'm scared.
So every time I walk into a 7-Eleven and I only want this one specific Slurpee flavor, I go in and it's out. Don't use if the light's on or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And the light's on and I just
And
have to
if you try,
awkwardly.
it's just all water.
I just have to
Or
awkwardly
you
go.
pour it out and it's like, what is this? And you slam it on the floor.
No, I
And then
just
you walk out.
I just
That's
make
what I do.
awkward eye contact with the person behind the counter. And I just go and I just walk out.
That's how he's protest. That was his protest.
It's because you don't want
That was his protest.
you don't want to make
Yeah.
it.
That is the sound of no Slurpee.
I always
Yeah,
feel
the
like
guy's like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to
Are
do for
you assuming the race of the 7-Eleven owner? Which is funny because my friend is an Indian and owns a 7-Eleven. It's true.
It's so good. I
somebody
love it.
said, "Do you run in there?"
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Yeah. So these guys, the manager decides to call the police.
So
Okay.
wait, you're saying that the police didn't just show up on their own? They didn't just do their own
As
thing?
it turns out, the police would probably rather actually not go kick people out of places because the manager can't do it themselves.
Right.
But the manager asked.
Oh,
And it
okay.
turns out that in a private establishment, I know this comes as a shock to you, Dave.
Be still my heart.
Okay. Oddly and mildly aroused right now.
I get
that.
it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The the bratwurst is happy, as they say.
It's on the grill. It's on the grill.
It's on the grill, as
And
they
it's
say.
almost done.
If you know what I
It's
mean.
almost ready.
Grill marks are showing. If you know what I mean. How many more euphemisms?
Got to toast the buns here.
It's about ready to go right between.
About ready to split,
Go
I
right
think.
between the toasted buns. Wow! How did that even happen? How did that happen?
Oh my god. Okay. Anywho,
Anyway, sorry, we had a
I
moment.
feel warm now. You warm? I feel warm.
I feel good.
There was a little spark there.
I'm
but-
verklempt. So yeah, they would probably rather not deal with these kind of nonsense problems. But as it turns out, a private business that pays in part for police services
Right.
can call the police if they have what these guys weren't causing a ruckus per se,
Right.
but it falls under this idea of disorderly
conduct,
right?
yeah.
Disorderly conduct. It's out of order in the sense that you're not a paying customer. You've asked to use the bathroom. You've been told no. You have to buy something if you're going to use the restroom. And now you're sitting down and not leaving, and you're distracting, obviously, the staff
And
in some way
taking up a table.
to a point where it's like, listen, I don't want these guys just sitting here hanging out. If they're not going to buy something, I'm not letting them use the bathroom. It's time for them to go.
Yeah.
Now,
And keeping in mind too that an establishment can kick anybody out pretty much for any reason. I mean, if I
They literally can do
if
it.
I don't like the cut of your jib, Mike,
the cut of your jib.
then I'm
Now,
gonna call.
There
you know?
are rules in place federally that would prohibit discrimination of service based on
Obviously.
race.
And it
So
makes
if
sense.
these guys had gone up to the counter and said, yo, can I get a Talissimo? A Talissimo coffee.
Italian.
Then the manager was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. We don't serve to black men."
We don't serve to Italians.
If that would have happened, then they would have a case for a problem. And then if they would have said, "Excuse me," and they said, "Yeah, you got to leave now."
Yeah.
Then now we're dealing with a situation that's like, okay, this is actual race discrimination.
Yeah.
And that is a violation of the law. As it turns out, I listened to the 911 call. The manager calls and goes, "I have two gentlemen in my store." This is what she says. Like, "I have two gentlemen here. They're refusing to purchase anything, and now they're refusing to leave." Like,
And we get that quite a bit, actually.
It's a super common call.
Not just at like a restaurant or a building, like, but at
All kinds of
people's homes.
places. Yes,
All the
people's
time.
homes.
Yeah.
Yes, anywhere. That's why I threw the example out there of like, if you woke up and walked out and saw someone,
I would kick both of you out. I get it.
I get it. I would probably kick us
yeah.
out too.
Oh yeah.
If you woke up and walked out, you got your little back patio sliding glass door, and there's just a guy standing there,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Excuse, can I help you?"
No,
Not really.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, but you're on my back porch.
Yeah, well.
I'm waiting for somebody.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but could you not be on my porch? I think I'm going to stay here. And
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
but-
time for you to go.
but it's time for you to leave now. Can I use your bathroom?
Can I use your bathroom? Exactly right, too.
Well,
no.
no, you can't use my bathroom because that's for invited guests.
That's a really bad idea.
Well, I want to be an invited guest. Yeah, but I didn't invite you, so you're going to need to leave now. What?
Yeah.
Who would think
It's-
that this is a problem?
It's actually the exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Private property.
Yeah.
I have the
Exactly
right
same thing. It's not public.
to.
It's not open to
I
the
probably have a
public.
little bit greater rights as a private residence.
It's not a public establishment.
I could discriminate
It can
on
be-
race or religion at my house.
Right.
Nobody can
Right.
So that's the one difference. I can discriminate against anybody for any reason at
Right.
my house. It's not exactly that way with business, but as far as the principle goes, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So now the thing is that people are like threw the police under the bus, like some group in Philly wanted the police those cops fired. Like, ugh, okay, for what? They explained the situation to the guys. It's all on video. Literally, it's on cell phone video. Two different angles that I saw.
You were telling me, and how long do they the officers go in there? And from
the
what I
longest
understand, they
video
were-
I saw, it was from the time that it turns on. Now, when the camera turns on, or at least when the recording starts that I saw, 2 police officers are already there talking to these guys. So it's already started. Is there a tornado outside?
Dude, I'm not the only one that felt that, right?
Yeah, that was.
Whoa.
I hear something now too.
Was there an explosion?
No,
Something just happened.
not an explosion.
I got my gun here, so we're good.
And I got the whiskey.
So we're really good.
We're good. We're
Whoa.
set. I don't know. That was a weird rumble, though.
Dude,
Yeah, it
I
was.
felt my whole body shake.
Woo.
That's because you're carrying a few extra pounds.
We come outside, everything is gray. It's just shut the door real quick.
finally,
It's finally here. Implement the plan.
I'm like, cell phone's dead. This is the greatest day ever.
I'm ready. Where were we? That was
Okay, so
very,
Wow, that,
we were talking
that
about-
really threw me. I was
did,
like,
yeah.
It was
I was
like,
like, am I
weird.
crazy?
I felt
Did
a
you
rumble
guys-
under my feet.
Yeah,
which is
that's
weird.
what I did
notice
too.
that? Yeah, I felt it all. It was all throughout the floor.
No, this wasn't a crash in the
I could
building. This
feel-
was like
I could feel
a
the
train
door
went underneath the
shaking.
building.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah,
Like a subway's underneath or something. It's
Yeah.
very weird.
that was weird,
Someone crashed into the building.
and I liked it.
My feet felt tingly.
Felt good. So you were talking about the time.
Oh,
basically.
7 minutes until they stand them up to put them in handcuffs. These guys, like, they didn't have to put them in handcuffs. Yes, that's what happens when you get arrested, people. They had that long at least, not including the time that the manager said ask them to leave. They had that long at least to understand that they had to leave.
And was at any time did you feel like the officers were like being
They didn't
belligerent
raise
or-
their voice. In fact, they were more patient than I would have been when this other squirrely little dude comes up and is like, butting into their business. Like,
one of
basically,
those
he was
guys.
offended on behalf of these guys, so
Yeah,
he's talking about it to them. I would have simply said, "This is none of your business or concern.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
not going to speak to you."
Yeah.
And I would have just ignored him.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have sent him.
These guys indulged him. I mean,
Oh, hey. Brooke texted me, my bed and house started shaking, and there was this really bassy rumble all around.
What the hell happened here?
what's going on in the world? Everybody get on the Googles. I got no text.
But that
I am
she
ready to
texted me
shoot
that-
my way out.
She
Oh,
texted
sorry.
me that like a minute or two after it happened here.
I'm going to ask Joyce if she heard anything.
I'm texting my wife. Did we have an earthquake? Is it already on the news?
No.
What just happened? This is live. We're coming live. This is
Dude.
this is still the in the news segment.
Oh my goodness. There's no way Michigan gets a freaking earthquake.
We get them, just not.
We get
normally
them, but
like
not that
but-
strong. That was like very noticeable.
Michigan earthquake.
Arctic dog. He felt it too.
I think you're
Chicago
lying.
felt nothing. So if you're listening to the podcast right now, like you're listening to this episode,
I know,
literally
it's
we're
so
sort of
weird.
like distracted because it was
sorry.
it was
guys.
so noticeable, this rumble.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Hey, Wisconsin got him.
Really?
That's how they make their cheese.
What the hey?
That's so stupid.
I have no idea. We felt it too.
Who's that? Your wife?
Yeah, he texted Anna. Who?
What?
Who did?
I didn't text Anna.
Either did I. What if I was like, oh, I did it.
Oh,
Sorry.
I texted Anna.
Yep. Sorry.
Anna,
I just-
Dave here.
I just figured that she would be the best source for the
She's the most
Rumble
objective.
thing. Sorry.
All right, back to our scheduled programming. It didn't knock out the internet.
No, we're good.
We got
Wow.
some. This Ethernet is
Yeah.
strong
Man.
AF.
You said, is there a tornado above us?
So okay.
We're in the basement,
Yeah,
so
we
we're
are
in
in
a
the basement.
safe
It'll be
place unless
fine.
unless the building crumbles, and then we're screwed.
It'll probably all crumble over there.
I gotcha. You're like, what does that even mean?
Dave immediately pulls out a pocket jackhammer, digging our way out. Follow me.
He stands up. He's like, stops the beams with his arms. There's something I've never told you, Mike.
I'm like this. I'm like, just go.
Friend's a superhero.
Just go.
It's
Big
all,
Bad John. Do you ever
it's
remember
all
that
live
that
on
song?
the podcast.
No.
Oh my gosh, it was about that. About
Oh. What was that?
it was the USB.
I'm getting
device, not
scared now, man. USB device. Now.
I thought we literally just lost contact with the world. Thanks. I'm nervous.
That's it. We're going out.
We're out. We're gonna shoot our way out. I'm carrying the mic with me.
Shooting the first thing I say.
It's gonna be like Cloverfield or
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I'm here. I'm Mike. We were recording a podcast, and then it happened. They came.
A Quiet Place, man. It's all of a sudden those
Ooh, I
monsters.
want to watch that.
Dude.
See it.
so
Good. Is it good?
Next episode.
Next episode. That's Week in Review. We're talking about it. Okay. Back to this
I
one.
wanna
though.
watch it.
Back to this one.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
So
Sorry, everybody.
Starbucks. So at the end of the day, all the stuff that we're talking about essentially was an absolute routine call. I could tell you for a fact.
Actually,
there's been
and arrest.
There's been shifts where I have done this and made arrests multiple times
Yeah.
in a 12-hour shift.
It is so common that somebody in a private establishment or home doesn't want somebody there. We answer those.
Now, most
all
of the
the time.
time, you show up and go, you can't be here. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and they'll be
Like,
they'll be mad.
Because the conversation was
Well,
forced.
it's
I'm going to call the cops. Go ahead and call the cops.
Oh, yeah.
They can't make me go anywhere. Hi, I'm the cops. You have to leave. Okay.
All right then. Okay then. Well, I didn't know if they were actually going to call.
Well, you know, I didn't know if it was true.
I was
or not.
pissed because I feel like my coffee wasn't right or
Done.
whatever.
Exactly.
you know?
Like it's a civil issue, and if you were mad about it, see these guys eat the 7 minutes up. What I am grateful for is that they didn't fight. It wasn't some big melee.
No, nothing like
they
that.
stood up, went into the handcuffs, left, and then everybody's mad that they were held for 9 hours. Okay. I mean, you got to get processed. You got to go down to jail when you get arrested. It's what happens.
Well,
Starbucks didn't press any charges because they know they didn't do anything wrong. Like,
But see, none
no,
of that matters. The process doesn't
Doesn't matter.
And the 8 hours, honestly, that probably means that they weren't able to bail out or bond out. I mean, like
Who knows?
it's-
Exactly.
Like for ours, it's $100.
Yeah, ours was
Okay.
500.
Oh,
so like,
wow. Well,
you gotta come up with
well,
500
sir.
bucks.
Well, but that happens. So okay,
Right.
you know, that's the gamut. Maybe it's 1,000 there. I mean, who knows? So okay,
Exactly.
so you didn't post bond, so you got to stay for 8 hours or whatever, and you know, whatever.
And Starbucks made the situation worse with not pressing charges and not sticking to it.
And I'm pissed because they were supposed to have sensitivity training.
oh, they're going to.
Well, they better.
They're closing every
I thought they just
company
did it.
owned.
Didn't they
No, it's
just
like
do
coming
it?
up in May. They're going to close every company-owned Starbucks down for the day and train 175,000
Nice.
on implicit bias.
Nice BS, like overly done BS. Because
Oh, it's way over the top.
We do. They call it it's cultural awareness
Yeah,
training.
cultural
that. We
sensitivity.
do that stuff. That training happens all the time.
Yeah.
We don't shut down the police department to do it. We just
Yeah,
do
but
it.
that would make a statement, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
we can't
it's-
police today because
exactly.
we're all getting implicit bias training.
Exactly. And so maybe we did. Maybe
Maybe we
need to
should
do
shut
that.
the police department down and let
It's so
the
ridiculous.
fire department answer all our calls for the day.
You know, I was thinking, Mike, is because we will get to the hot news is we should take about 100 of our closest friends and go down to the nearest Starbucks because obviously, as we'll find out by the commissioner's statements, that loitering is apparently welcome there
Right.
at Starbucks.
Now, listen, did you hear about the guy that went into a random Starbucks and demanded reparations? He demanded a free coffee. This is a clip from the news. I'm going to play this clip for you, and that way we can hear it.
It's so funny, and that poor girl in Starbucks is ready to turn over the keys to the shop to you. She was so worried. But tell me why you did what you did by asking for reparations going into that Starbucks and saying, I want my free coffee for what you did basically in Philly. She said, oh, okay, I'm giving you the coffee. Why did you do this?
I am sick and tired of liberals using black people and making us look like victims, making us look soft with their liberal dogma. It is disgusting. The other thing I hate about liberals is if you're a black man, as I am, in America, they will not hand you a microphone unless you follow the liberal narrative. And I said, you know what? I bet if I go into Starbucks and I follow a liberal narrative, I'll make the news. And voila, here I am.
It's so funny.
That is
Well done.
Brian Sharp, a.k.a. Hotep Jesus. I don't know where that comes from. Trolled Starbucks by demanding free coffee as reparations. And they gave it to him. Like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
And man, this is the kind of nonsense going on where we look for every opportunity to tag race, to tag differences, instead of just applying common sense. It's annoying. What's good, Mike and Dave? Hey, bits. Thank you so much for the bit.
I don't even know what a bit is.
It's a penny.
I love pennies.
Yeah. So people can give them.
I love them.
So you can see Valkyrie is the top bits giver.
Wow.
Arctic Dog is second place, and Viper Breath of
Oh,
11
okay.
is third
Wow.
overall.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So-
Thanks, guys. Yeah, that man is my hero as well.
That
so
is great.
what really, what's a good term here?
Set you off.
Got my goat.
Yeah.
Set me off. Pinched my berries.
Got your panties in a bunch.
Twist. Yeah. Put my panties in a bunch. I don't wear panties.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
You sent me texts.
You sent me photos.
You're like, I did not. I'm like, you even say you had been drinking.
Dang it. I hate it when I do that. What really fires up the grill, what really chokes the chicken. Oh, wait. What really...
well, but let's be honest. But the commissioner, he
The
was totally
commissioner
fine with
of
what they did,
Philadelphia,
right? Perfect, right?
I was like waiting for the official statement. And
Yeah.
when he came out, he was like, hey, my guys did nothing wrong. They got called out there. They did their job. It was done basically without incident. There's not much you can ask for. I'm like, that is what I'm talking
Finally,
about. I'm
right?
talking about a guy that is the leader of his department that is standing by his guys.
Great
you know?
job. I
And
mean, what
was
could
like,
possibly happen different than
yes,
that? I mean,
what-
that's great.
Now,
You did a great job.
what could possibly change in 2 days? Everything.
What?
Yes,
Mike,
that's
what
right.
are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about that turd that came out and decides to say, "Oh, you know what? What I really meant to say was I apologize, and I should understand this is about racism, and I should not have said that my guys did nothing wrong." So wait a second. How do you go as a leader of a department that understands your policies and procedures and the law and say they did nothing wrong, and then 2 days later
who
come out
doesn't
and
have
say
any idea what your policy and procedures are?
exactly,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Well, I
saw that, I was like, unbelievable that these
That's
guys,
politics for you,
these
isn't
guys who didn't ask to be thrust into the limelight, they're just doing their job. They're just
Yeah.
going to a disorderly call.
and could happen to any one of us.
Any one of us, all of a sudden becomes some like scapegoat for people's sides that they've chosen on this made up race problem.
Yeah.
It's literally non-existent. This race issue are some people racist? Yes. Do we have a massive race problem when it comes to policing? No. It's factually unsubstantiated. Unsubstantiatable? Wait, that's not even a word. You cannot substantiate it with facts, but yeah, it's a word now. Unsubstantiatable. Unsubstantiable. Unsubstantiable. Unsustainable. Okay.
Like, don't you get it?
No, yeah, exactly. The police chief, commissioner, came out and basically backpedaled and threw his guys under the bus. And it was really disheartening to see. And it's got to be disheartening to be the officers that were there to watch your leader come out and basically say, yeah, sorry, my cops are racist and did the wrong thing.
No.
That's what his statement amounts to.
What I guess what I have a hard time with is that, again, there's policies, there's procedures to every police department. The disorderly conduct ordinance is pretty much blanket throughout the country.
Yes,
pretty much. Do you as a police commissioner or a chief or whatever you want to call yourself, do you not know your own policies and procedures? Because it appears that they had followed all of those. As a matter of fact, it shows.
Yeah, he said they didn't have a policy in place for this situation. Yes, you do.
Yeah,
it's called a disorderly person, and you kick them out.
Yeah, it's called trespassing, which falls directly under the disorderly person.
So now, what is that policy going to be?
Violation.
Unless they're black?
Yeah, I mean, like all of a sudden, like that doesn't make any sense.
What does that even mean?
So, I'm questioning where his knowledge is regarding his own policies and procedures, because he actually has the ability to change those on his own.
Yes,
if he wants to. I mean, we have policies and procedures created, general orders created and taken away. You know, it could be any time. Like we always get we get updates here. We get about the either addition or removal of these either general orders or policy procedures. So I don't understand how all of a sudden he's not aware of his own policies and procedures. That actually confuses me a little bit. So
magnitude 3.6 earthquake 4 miles from Amherstburg, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
That's actually really close to us.
Amherstburg is not far.
Wow.
So the apocalypse has started. Am I wrong or here? That's what I'm hearing.
I'm pretty sure zombies are crossing the Ambassador Bridge.
All right,
now.
we're getting out of here. Let's get.
Well, gotta go.
Nothing but white noise all of a sudden.
It's the colored bars.
You gotta go.
It just says off the cuff and the little black part on the bottom.
We actually have a thing for that. Like
we've been ready. Well, that's part of the plan. We have a screen set up.
Oh, it just says go north.
Yes.
Oh my God. So anyway, I guess I just have a problem with that. Like, before you make a statement, if I were the police chief or a commissioner or whatever, I would look over the policies and procedures that we have in place, and I would watch the video. I would probably sit down with the union, and possibly, because it started getting out of hand here, with our city attorney.
Right.
Figure out, did they do anything wrong? Like a quick cursory thing, like, is this, so because you have to make a statement, right? At this point, you have to. It's gone viral, and then you would make your statement. to all of a sudden change and go literally 180 degrees in the opposite direction doesn't make any sense to me. It defies all critical thinking to me. I just don't understand that.
Why can't you just say
happened?
like, my officers did nothing wrong. They responded to the call. This is between Starbucks and those patrons. If there's any civil action that they want to take based on that, then that's totally between
even
them.
worse, you'd sound less like a whatever
douche
if you were to say, I am not ready. I have not been able to review all the video or whatever. And just leave it at that, and then come back if you wanted to throw your officer. Fine, do it then. But don't say something and then go 180 degrees the opposite direction in a matter of 2 days.
Right.
That just means that you had no forethought in the initial release of your statement. It doesn't make sense.
I agree. He shouldn't even need forethought. Just say the truth. This is the forethought statement, which is the problem. Now it's calculated.
This is our policy and procedure
to make you look good.
This is what the officers did. They either did something wrong or they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
they're made to feel like they've done something wrong.
Absolutely, and hopefully nothing happens from this. Although they've already kind of been marked, which is not necessarily by the police department, but by the community. Again, this is where we look bad in front of the community.
Right. Then, so yeah, every ounce of effort that's been put forth by those officers or officers around them or officers in that department
it weakens the community
to bridge that and build the community.
Yeah.
Then you got the commissioner basically giving all those other people see, even their boss says that they did something wrong. Everybody points to them and now gives them a reason to continue to have this perception of the police.
I got to take this.
All right. Well,
I guess that's
going to be the podcast.
And the stream?
Well, the stream we can keep going. Podcast we can wrap up, and the stream can keep going for now. Yeah, I can talk to people for a second in the stream before it wraps up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where's our exit music?
You want
for the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Dave had to take an important phone call, which means I'm left alone, and you don't want to hear just me. Even though I am amazing. We all know that. And the underpaid producer he's all right.
I'm okay.
But thanks for listening. We know you all agree with us, of course, because we're never wrong. About anything ever. Any topic.